All right, friend. So we here for another Huntsville horror story episode featuring the 67th relaunch of Madonni Beauty. Exactly, girl. It was a lot going on this episode, but I'm still gonna make it cute and sweet. Destiny was trying to remodel her 200 square feet of storage space. I don't know where they do that at. Exactly. Martell and Marsau get into it. And so initially I was like, fuck Martel, but there is nothing that's gonna convince me to go against Martel for Marsau, because y'all was a whole coalition of snakes. Exactly. They say every great story starts with a snake ass mother. And Melody's great story started with a den of snakes, or a coalition of snakes, whatever we want to call them. And now that shit didn't hit the fan, y'all going against each other. And guess what? I'm a snickle and giggle. We go snickle and giggle for you. Exactly. So make sure you relax, chat. I got a little something to say. I'm sorry I ain't come to y'all earlier, but I was knocked out. And I watched Traitors, girl. Traitors is that girl. If y'all haven't watched Traitors on Peacock, Traitors is that girl. Just be prepared. I'm going to start reviewing it just because I like it. And it's good this season. Anyway, girl. So let's talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's Saturday night. Get you a little drink. Okay, so my drink. I already poured my drink, unfortunately. But like I told y'all, I am reviewing Sable. It is the bourbon whiskey from Morris Chestnut. Y'all remember I went to go see him on the little meet and greet, and I was doing a little tap, a little touch. If y'all ain't seen the video, check out my shorts. If he wasn't married, I would have gone ahead and gave him a little smooth kiss. Anyway, child, so this is their alcohol. I'm assuming it's everybody from the Best Man, like Morris Chestnut, Tay Diggs, Harold. I don't know if Terrence Howard is involved because I haven't seen Terrence promoting it. Anyway, y'all, but it's bourbon whiskey finished with white oak staves. Exactly. And it has, it's 94% proof, 94 proof, 47% alcohol by volume. Mind you, I was going to do a damn review, but this bottle is halfway done. Reason being, I had a little get together. I ain't have a get together, but you know how you invite one person and you be like, okay, you want to bring your friend? Okay, well, let me invite her. You know, everything. It was a lot going on. It was a lituation situation. And I don't usually drink brown liquor. Well, I drink tequila reposado. Is tequila reposado considered brown, y'all? I don't know. But that's what I usually drink or whatever. So I was like, this new, but when I tell you it was smooth, it didn't taste like paste, like Crown Royal and Hennessy. And that's the reason why I don't drink brown liquor, because I feel like Crown Royal and Hennessy taste like paste. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but it's good. So this is what I'm sipping. So thus far, after last night, I give it an 8 out of 10. As for, I'm only giving it an 8 out of 10 because I'm not a brown liquor girly. I'm not a Hennessy standing on couches smoking on hookah type of girly. But it was really smooth, you know. And I like, as far as whiskey is concerned, like I've had 7 and 7. I've had Maker's Mark. So it's pretty good. So if I end up cursing a motherfucker out by the end of this review, y'all know this is that liquor. So shout out to Morris Chestnut, all of the men from the Best Men, minus Terrence Howard, because I don't know if he promotes this or not. Anyway, let's talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And make sure y'all subscribe and like. Y'all know I'm trying to get to 20,000. I know the other day I said the wrong number, but the cocktail was talking for me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Bitch, you know what I'm talking about. Exactly. Okay, so at the beginning of this episode, Mel said she invited Kimmy over, right? Because she said, me and Kimmy ain't really talked, so I'm going to bring her on over. Let's talk about some shit, and we going to get over this Marie shit. I feel like this was Mel trying to give Kimmy an olive branch for the whole Marie stuff. And it's crazy because we know that Mel and Kimmy end up getting into it at the reunion. So, bitch, why would you have this smoke from Mel at the reunion, but you ain't had that smoke when you was in her face at her house? That'd be my only problem with these girlies, because Mel always gives y'all the true tea. If she don't fuck with you, if she don't like you, she gonna shade you, da. And I feel like in this instance, Mel invited her over, like, bitch, let's have some crumpets and some tea. You know, and if you felt some type of way, Kimmy, if you was a real ass bitch, you would have said it right here. But you acted like you was over this Maurice shit. You know what I'm saying? So if Kimmy comes at Mel at the reunion, it's giving, bitch, where's this energy coming from? I digress, y'all. Okay, so immediately, immediately Kimmy brings up the Chris Fletcher shit. She let her know, bitch, since we here, and I do like girls like this. Like, girl, if we having coffee, go ahead, you know, spill the tea. Tell me what the fuck going on. Don't just have me over here for nothing. You ain't got no pre-rolls. You ain't got no bagels. So look, so Kimmy was like, so bitch, when I tell you that whole shit with Trish and Martel, that shit wasn't just, you know, by happenstance. What we found out at Martel open house was Chris low-key set up Trish with Martel. So Melody, like, you don't say. You can see Melody face the whole time just sucking it all in. I like this because this was like some real tea or whatever. Melody was like, oh, okay, really, bitch? This is what we didn't know, though. Mel said, oh, I met Nell Fletcher at the damn bridal shop the other day, and she didn't mention it. So Mel, you are a fake ass bitch, and this helps me totally understand why Mel don't fuck with you, bitch. Because first of all, I'm already thinking this happened 6 weeks ago, and you ain't mentioned this in 6 weeks that you felt some type of way about me saying that you not my mentor. Then on top of that, bitch, you coming to me asking me about some mentor shit, but you ain't mentioned that your husband set Martel up with Trish, or that was the rumor. So if you was a real friend and you was a real bitch, you would have said, girl, and tell me why at the open house they tried to say that Chris Fletcher set Martel up with Trish, and I'm gonna end up going in on Chris. So even if Nell Fletcher was trying to be a good friend, she would have said, girl, I don't know, but I'm finna get to the bottom of this shit with my man. You know what I'm saying? But bitch, you didn't mention that, but you was really loud and vocal about throwing Mel under the bus, trying to say that Mel wasn't your mentor. Ho, you wasn't no mentor. All the grace that I ever gave Nell, I take it all back. I take it all back in this moment, knowing that before Kimmy told her about that, Nell, if you was her real friend, you would have told her, hey girl, this was the chitter chatter at Martel open house about Chris Fletcher. I know this my man. I don't know if she didn't want to like throw her man under the bus, but bitch, you should have at least kept it real while you airing out your grievances about some old shit that happened 6 weeks ago. Ho, let's talk about some current shit. You was just at that open house and your husband was allegedly hooking Martel up. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I don't know. But Mel was like, well, we know Chris a cheating ass nigga. Shout out to Mel, because Mel didn't let it rattle her too much. But she was like, well, we know he a cheating ass motherfucker. So I wouldn't be surprised if he hooked him up. And why would I even be cool with a bitch who fucked Martel? And Kimmy like, fuck Martel. We don't know if he fucked Martel. Mel was like, whenever you get through, bitch, everybody think he fucked that girl. And we already know that Martel is a 304. We already know that Martel was messing with mad girls. And remember, Mel told us that when they was going through their divorce, but we always thought it was just Ariane. But Mel already knew what the real true tea was. I don't know, y'all. That was good, though. I like this little thing. But I just didn't like how they successfully allowed Maurice and Kimmy to deflect from the Maurice situation. You see how Maurice apologized. He tried to wrap that shit up. He went home to Kimmy and said, hey, I wrapped that shit up with Mel. I apologized to her, asked her if I did something wrong, so they shouldn't talk about us anymore. And then Kimmy was probably like, okay, well, I'm going to go over to Mel house and I'm going to mention this shit about Chris and them. You know what I'm saying? So we can get the heat off of us. So we won't talk about the big backs and the DUI of it all. If Mel do leave the show, I hope we talk nothing. I hope we don't talk about shit but Maurice cheating allegedly. All this is allegedly, in my opinion. Maurice allegedly cheating with big backs and all of the things. Kimmy did a great job at deflecting. Anyway, Melody was saying about Trish. She's like, I don't know this bitch. I don't fuck with this bitch. Kimmy also threw extra salt in the game about the Trish and was like, what y'all got going on? Because Trish told me that she low-key didn't fuck with you. This is Kimmy. Kimmy's sole purpose in going over Mel's house was to deflect from the Maurice situation and bring up the salts with Chris Fletcher and the salts with Trish. Just like Maurice's whole point in going over Martell house was to bring up the shit with Mel. Y'all belong together. We keep feeling sorry for Kimmy, but nah, her and Maurice are two peas in a pod. They are one and the same, and that's why they fuck with each other. Anyway, but Mel was like, first of all, Mel was like, first of all, that bitch Trish, when I went to her house for the backyard barbecue, I came with nothing but checks for her kids. Like, I came with gifts. Unlike these other broke motherfuckers, I came with the kids' gifts. I'm assuming she gave them, like, graduation checks or something like that. So Mel like, bitch, I came with checks for your kids. You the one came up to me with that drama. Because remember, Trish is the one who came to Mel telling Mel that, oh, her divorce was finalized and shit. Mel hadn't even met Marquez. Mel didn't even know what this green-eyed monster had going on. But then you ended up feeling some type of way because your ex-husband liked me and I called you out for being toxic. So I told y'all on my video a few days ago that Mel and Trish gonna end up getting into it about that shit. And it's giving, I feel like Trish is jealous. Outside of Mel like probing into the Marquez stuff, because everybody is asking about the Marquez stuff, I feel like Trish feel a certain type of way because Marquez like Mel. And on top of that, she wanted to fuck with Martel, and Martel still in love with Mel. So I still feel like Trish feels some type of way. And Mel clocked it too, like, girl, you was fucking my ex-husband. What is you talking about, ho? I gave you some grace. Mel checked her at that lunch, and I still gave you some grace, and now you still talking shit, bitch? Exactly. Pow, pow, pow. Okay. Anyway, child. Then we get to Tisha and Destiny. So they meet up for a brunch or whatever. And then Tisha gonna say, I ain't seen Destiny since the field day. Why would you even meet with this bitch and not check this bitch about setting you up at the field day? But I digress. So they like talking and munching it up. And then like as in a little preview clip that we see, Martel walk in. Amidst that, Tisha stopped. Well, she ain't stopped eating, but she was eating. And she was like, she gets her shit up. I'm not finna sit with the enemy. I'm out of her. Tisha hightails it out of her, goes over to see Marsau and tell Marsau, like, you know, he met up with me, and Marsau was like, I'm glad you left because we don't know what this man is capable of. Mind you, in my last video, a few of y'all was like, Martel not dangerous, da-da-da-da. Bitch, I don't know where the fuck where you come from or what your experiences are. But I don't let any man raise his voice at me. Don't raise your voice at me. Don't call me out of my name. That's why I don't let men casually curse at me, because once they be like, yo motherfucking ass, and da-da-da-da, then they're going to start calling you a B and a hoe, and next thing you know, they're going to slap the taste out of your mouth. So I don't know where you come from, friend, but the tone that Martel had with Tisha at that field day, I would never be alone with a man like that, because I don't know whether you're going to curse me out and you might slap the taste out of me. Mind you, I keep pepper spray and I spray your eyeballs out. But that's just me, friend. Exactly. We don't know if Tisha got that in her. Then Destiny sitting there looking stupid at the table with Martel after Tisha leave. And Martel like, yeah, I thought she would apologize or I would apologize or we'll come to a common ground. But if you come at me, I'm at your ass. So you weren't planning on apologizing anyway. And he specifically said that Destiny told him that her and Tisha were meeting. So Destiny, all of that domestic violence association of Huntsville, Detroit, and storage bins, I'm not trying to hear that shit, bitch. Because you set that girl up and put that girl in danger because she just had a volatile altercation with Martel, and you decided to let Martel whole ass know that y'all was going to brunch so he can come. Destiny, girl, Destiny is a dangerous girl. Any girl that will set you up to be with another man, to be with a man that you deem as dangerous, is a problem for me. Mind you, I got into it with one of my homegirls because I didn't like this dude and I told her I didn't. Meanwhile, she was the designated driver and we were out kicking it or whatever. She took us, mind you, she had talked to him on the phone and shit. Even over the speakerphone in the car, I'm like, I don't like you, I hate you. I'm tipsy by now. So I don't like you, I hate you, fuck you. You know me, y'all. I'm saying whatever the fuck on my mind. Meanwhile, once we get to the little after hour spot, he shows up in the after hour spot in our section. So it was giving like, ho, you would put me in a dangerous situation and I can never fuck with a bitch like you. Tisha, if you knew better, you would do better, bitch. Exactly. It's giving Marsau and Destiny don't give a fuck about you, bitch. Maybe Marsau a little bit, but he ain't gonna defend you. Let's move on. I'm sorry. Let's move on, friend. Then we go to Destiny and her daddy. We got a little quick scene with Destiny and her daddy. Her daddy was sick. Prayers out to Destiny and her daddy. Even though I don't fuck with Destiny walking or riding, I hope that her daddy is okay. I don't wish anybody losing a parent on my worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, I don't wish it. So I'm glad her daddy is okay. Her daddy talks about how he got her out of a foster home and he been taking care of her, which leads me to, this is what I kind of want to know. How long was Destiny in that foster home, and why was Destiny in that foster home if her father was an active parent in her life? And is that the reason why Destiny is so forgiving of men who are on the wrong side or right? Or you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know because her, you know, I hope her father is okay. But it kind of lends some insight into why Destiny is more male identified and she accepts and forgives a lot of these men for doing stuff, i.e. Martel and even Moses. Because to this day, I feel like if Moses from jail reached out to Destiny, Destiny would talk to him. And she gonna continue to shade Sonny and blame Sonny. But I feel like that dude, Moses, anyway. So we also get a scene with Destiny at Madonni, and she's celebrating, like I said, her 67th opening and relaunch of Madonni, child. So Tisha and Kimmy come by, but Lance already there. Girl, who Lance? Little Lance. Little leprechaun Lance. Little leprechaun Lance is there. Girl, Lance is so small. And when y'all see him in this other scene with them dudes, he is so small. Anyway, y'all. So she telling him, like, he does drywall, because Lance does have like a construction, landscape, architectural type of business or whatever. And he does really good work. Before I talk all of this shit, and before I keep calling him a short ass leprechaun ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? He does great work. He does great work. He posts it on his Instagram all the time. It looks quality. It's top of the line. I'm here for it. However, semicolon. Child, Destiny, why is you trying to put shelving in all of this? This bitch like, I want some ACU units in here, you know, put some shelving in here, put some drywall over there. Girl, that's literally about 200 square feet. It's about 200 square feet of storage space. And if I'm not mistaken, I ain't rented a storage space since the 90s, but I don't think you could do construction. I don't think you can do like architectural improvements on the storage unit. I don't know. Maybe it's different, child. Anyway, so Destiny is relaunching her home fragrance. She changed Big D Energy. She's doing the candles and stuff. I totally understand it because I told y'all I bought Big D Energy body mist and it doubles as a home spray. I literally I still got some because I use the spray as spray for my car. You know what I'm So I get it, Poo Poo. Whatever you gotta do. I told y'all she just dropping like a new skin glow. So I guess she trying to get into the Melody Rogers and Stormy Steele of it all. Which I don't know what Stormy gonna do now that TikTok gonna be gone. But that's another story for another day. Anyway, so she talking to Lance. Lance ain't got much to say. It didn't give any physical chemistry. Even when he left, when Kimmy and Tisha came in, it was no like hugging. It was no kissing. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying it at all. It's giving that y'all just decided, hey, we both want a storyline. We both want to stay on the show. So maybe this is a good idea. I don't know. Anyway, so Tisha and Kimmy come or whatever. They started talking about what happened at Melody's Mimosas. Of course, Destiny wasn't invited. Tisha say she was invited, but she was in Vegas. Destiny gonna say, yeah, we was cool after the last situation, but then she started shading me on the internet. When was Melody shading Destiny on the internet? Tell me, friend, because if Mel did in her stories, and I watch Mel's stories almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when was Mel shading you? It's giving you want a problem because you poured your little heart out on that trip and Melody stumped on your heart and said she didn't need no new friends. And now you mad because your little plot didn't work and Mel don't want to be your friend, bitch. And she ain't accept your apology. But I digress anyway. So then I think it was Kimmy. Kimmy brung up that Sonny was there, and Sonny brung up that Moses was in jail. And Destiny called Sonny thirsty and stuff. You know what was really what really stood out for me in this scene? Did you peep this, friend? Tell me if y'all peeped this. Notice when Kimmy told everybody that Moses was in jail, Destiny acted like, oh, I didn't want this for him, but Destiny wasn't shocked. Destiny say, for real, girl? Oh, damn. What? She ain't say none of that. Destiny was not shocked in the least bit that Moses was in jail. So, you know, it was some rumors going around that maybe Destiny had a hand in like notifying his PO about him filming in Huntsville. So after I saw this scene, that's all I could think about. Like, Destiny, did you have a hand in snitching on Moses and taking him back to jail? Because you didn't seem shocked at all that Moses got put back in jail. Mind you, this is a person you've known for 12, 15 years or whatever who's been in and out of jail. So I think you would have more of a visceral response to learn that he got put, you know, he's back in jail. She didn't say, oh, why, for a parole violation? Damn, I can't believe he in and out of jail like that. Even if she don't like him, she would have been like, oh, that dog ass nigga, he back in jail like he always is. It was no real response, which made me believe that maybe you already knew he was gonna be in jail, or I don't know, y'all. Tell me what y'all thought about Destiny's response to learning that Moses was back in jail. I don't trust this bitch. I do not trust this bitch and her invisible hips and that Madonni dress. Cause I don't know why Destiny ain't got no damn hips, but that's neither here nor there. But I think I don't know, y'all. This is just my opinion. But the fact that she didn't have no response to knowing that Moses is back in jail, I don't know. Anyway, she called Sonny thirsty. And my whole thing is, bitch, is Sonny thirsty or is you thirsty? Because you literally use Sonny, as we all know now. You use Sonny and Moses to get back on the show so you can have a storyline. Because without them, you never had a storyline. You never had a storyline. Except being Martell's minion. I don't know, y'all. Anyway. So then we get Mel sitting down with Chris. So Mel sits down with Chris or whatever. She's asking him about him setting Trish up with Martel and shit. Of course, Chris denying it. He's sticking to his little story that, hey, he gave Martel some information. Martel looked it up, screenshot, and he verified that it was his girl, da 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 da. Mel plays it cool and like, yeah, whatever, ho. In this scene it was given, I heard you, bitch. Exactly. But then Mel throws a little shade and was like, I know how them, these old dudes are, and you cheated before too, nigga. Let's be clear. So this is so y'all can call Mel everything, but y'all can't call her no fake ass bitch, because she tell these people this shit in their face. Like, we know you cheated on Miss Nell. So let's talk about it. The doors of the church are open. The doors of the church are open, friend. Exactly. So Chris Fletcher tried to skate past that shit, and then Mel also was like, you know what stuck out to me is Martel bald head hoe ass did say that I need to speak to the older women, because they already know that the older men told them it's about the type of woman you cheat with. You got to make her sign a contract, and you got to do all of the things. So Mel was like, was Chris Fletcher one of those types of people? And that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Chris Fletcher is just a suave, smooth, you know what I'm saying, John B type of character. You know what I'm saying? It's giving Code 45. I think Chris Fletcher is the leader of the Huntsville squad. And I think he is the one who told Martel that shit. But of course, Chris Fletcher gonna continue to deny it. But in that scene he had with Nell Fletcher know her man better than anybody. Even back in the day when Nell Fletcher was the side chick, she knew Chris Fletcher better than his wife. I want the wife. Hold on, this is a sidebar, y'all. This ain't got shit to do with shit. You know what'll be good? So say for instance, Mel leaves the show and they gotta rely on the Fletchers and the Scotts to try to carry this show. The only thing that would that'll bring this show some light, because we don't want to see the Scotts. We damn sure don't want to see the side chick. If they brung Lexi and Lexi Mama, which is Chris Fletcher's first wife on the show, now that'll be some shit. Now, I keep saying that I'm not going to watch the show if Mel ain't going to be on there. But I would watch to read a motherfucker. And if Lexi and Lexi Mama came on the show to expose Miss Nell, because y'all know the story behind that. I don't know, friend. I don't know. Would that be good? Would y'all watch if Lexi and Chris Fletcher's first wife came on there? Because allegedly, they were still married when Nell got pregnant. When Nell got pregnant by Chris Fletcher, he was still legally married to his first wife, Lexi Mama. I don't know, y'all. Anyway. So that's what happened at Madonni. Then, let's go back to Madonni. So it's Tisha, Kimmy, Nell, and I told y'all Tisha posted some shit about supporting your friend in business. Y'all, all of y'all some dumb hoes or whatever. First of all, Tisha, you can't even do a proper commercial ad. You got Run DMC glasses on, the wrong attire. You can't pronounce the right words. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? But tell me why they started talking about Miss Nell, and they said that Destiny is hosting the party for Nell's bachelorette party or whatever. It's crazy how this season unfolded, because when we first saw that picture with Nell Fletcher and Ariane, I was defending Nell. But now I see all of this fake shit unfolding. Mel has more than enough reasons to not fuck with Nell Fletcher. On top of you shaking hands with Ariane, bitch. Your husband allegedly set Martell up with Trish. You didn't even tell me that when you still tried to come at me about that mentor shit. You still didn't tell me that the rumor was going around about Trish and Chris Fletcher like setting each other up and shit. And then on top of that, bitch, you gonna have my ops set up your party as if I haven't been friends with you longer than Destiny. Like, Destiny setting up Nell Fletcher's bachelorette party makes absolutely no sense to me. Why would you be setting up a bitch that's my ops when I got you on the show, when you're supposed to be my confidant? When did you and Destiny get so close? What, because she was fucking on Lance, allegedly? Bouncing on that little leprechaun peen? Girl, I don't know, but if I'm Melody, I wouldn't fuck with her walking or running. Because at this point, bitch, you must not want me to come to your bachelorette party because the bitch that's hosting it, you know I don't fuck with this bitch. And even if you acted like you didn't know I wasn't fucking with this bitch, you was on a girls trip, so you already see how this girl came at me. So you should have Dr. Shanita energy at this point, Miss Nell. If you was really male friend, you should have Dr. Shanita energy. Ain't no way that you should be telling this bitch to host your bachelorette party. Girl, I guess. But Destiny was talking about how she's not going to invite Sonny to Miss Nell bachelorette party. Anyway, so that was the end or whatever. Kimmy and Tisha leave giving they fake, giving they fake support for Destiny, which is giving the Scott sisters have an alliance, like Melody said. They just happy they no longer talking about Maurice and his DUI, and they no longer talking about Marsau running trains with Martel. So we get to the damn Madonni event, and I'm gonna make this quick. Y'all, this here is sweet. This here is smooth. Even though I should have brought my water over here. So I drink shots and then I have a little water. Exactly. Tell me how y'all drink y'all shit. I act like a girl who drinks straight. Never mind me. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video, friend. Okay, look. Hold on. We do get a little short scene with the Fletchers, Fletchers and stuff, right? Girl, and tell me why. So Lance Fletcher was saying how they're gonna like set up something for Miss Nell to see her mama's grave, or I guess like a memorial or something or whatever. Girl, why was Lance married twice? So Lance, you was married twice. So is you still married? Or you, because he tried to say on Instagram that he was divorced and that wasn't his child. When did you get divorced and when was you fucking with Destiny? What's real tea? And Lance, you young, baby. You young to be divorced twice. I'm divorced once. And I'm 30 and some change. But still. Girl, I was shocked to learn that. Like, damn, Lance, you was divorced twice, ho? You running fast, don't you, little Mighty Mouse? I guess. So Mighty Mouse was divorced twice. We don't know if he's legally divorced now, or was he legally divorced when he started fucking with Destiny? But I digress. So we get to Destiny's event. And it's giving, you pay more for this event than you pay for than actually investing in your products. Because it's killing me. The event looked nice. Let me just preface this by saying that the event looked nice. The event looked nice. However, when you go on Destiny's website, because y'all know I done bought something from her, her shirts are prototypes and computer generated. So that leads me to believe you don't even have the shirts in your presence, or didn't spend the money to actually print the shirts, model the shirts, and put them on your website. But you got money for this big opening for the show, but you didn't really put that money into your products. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a problem for me. And your candles been sold out forever. I don't know. It's giving all for show. Like, baby, I don't know. Tell me. Tell me what y'all thought about it. Anyway, so we get all of the men talking. They're talking about the event. They started talking to Ken about the whole Trish and Martel stuff. And Ken says, which this was kind of like out of the blue for me or whatever. So they started asking Lance about him and Destiny relationship. And he admits that him and Destiny been kicking it. It really wasn't giving much. You know what I'm saying? It's giving the, hey, I call her at 2 o'clock after the club. I may, bounce up and down in there and go home, But with the Ken shit, they started, I don't even know how Ken really got brought into this or whatever, but Ken gonna say he wouldn't be hurt by Trish. He would be more hurt by the kids. I'm sorry, y'all. Everything in me, if I'm Trish friend, Trish real friends, come close. If you are friends with G.I. Jane from Huntsville, please come close. Because y'all need to be telling y'all friends, this is a red flag, baby. If a red flag ever existed, this is a red flag. This man is telling you that, hey, if you hurt my feelings, I wouldn't really be that invested. But I would be more invested at the separation between me and the kids. his fixation with your kids is a problem for me, baby. And it's really not the son who is 18 years old, because it seems like the son has a close relationship with Marquez, but your daughter, and the fact that, I don't know, y'all. I'm not putting nothing on nobody. I'm just telling y'all how I feel about some shit. Tell me if y'all thought that was weird as well. Maurice was like, I call Cap and he love her. First of all, Maurice, shut the fuck up. Because you don't want us talking about that DUI. So stay out these folks' business. Weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's fucking weird. So for all of y'all who talking about how Marquez is unhinged, crazy, Marquez is unhinged. He a little, off the rocker or whatever. But the dialogue from Ken, it gives cause for concern. I'm sorry, and I'm just a TT, but I don't give a fuck about none of that. If my brother baby mamas had a boyfriend or a husband like that talking that shit about my niece or my nephew, baby, I don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about. I'll spray his eyeballs out, because stop playing with me. It sounded a little funny to me. Am I overreacting? Tell me if I'm overreacting, friend. I'm sorry, I'm a little, maybe because I watch every episode of SVU and I love Stabler. But it gave a bit much for me. I don't know. Anyway, so they walk out, and then Martel, Tisha, and Marsau, they sit down. Mind you, Tisha was like, it seems like Martel always want to have a scene with us and shit, right? Tisha tries to leave the situation, which fucks me up, because Tisha tries to leave the situation and Marsau tells her, no, stay here. So, I don't know, y'all. Do y'all feel like, I don't know if I don't want to put this off on y'all, but in this situation, it kind of gave Marsau, do you want Tisha to be there so she can be the butt of the punishment, or the butt of the joke in this situation? Because if you know how Martel, if Marsau knows how Martel played and dogged Tisha out at that field day, and Tisha wanted to leave the situation so y'all can talk man to man, why would you in turn want to keep your wife there to be degraded and to be called a dirty whore who fucked in the back seat of the Buick? If you know that Martel is gonna go low, first of all, based off field day, you already know that Marsau already knows that Martel is gonna try to go low and attack his wife and attack their marriage. So if she's trying to avoid this situation, like she tried to avoid the brunt, she ran and told you that I'm trying to avoid Martel at any chance that I can. In this instance, why would Marsau tell Latisha to stay when Latisha is trying to leave this scene? Later on, when Martel says that Marsau wants Tisha to know this shit, or he wants to put her on blast so that Tisha can make a decision on whether or not she's gonna leave him, like she clowned Nell for doing, it's putting her in the hot seat. It's literally putting her in the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? Because you did all of this for Mel, but bitch, now you're in the hot seat. Now the receipts are at your door. And now I'm disrespecting you in your face. Or are you going to leave this man? Or are you going to be stupid? And that's just going to prove Mel right. And it's going to prove you to be a fake ass bitch in all of the 6 seasons we've watched. My whole thing is, if Marsau, you know this, based off of the scene that y'all had at the field day, why would you subject Tisha to that? Why wouldn't you allow Tisha to leave this scene? This kind of fucked me up, because like when I talked about this preview, when Marsau was like, yeah, I'm just better than you. I'm just better than you. Now that I've seen the whole scene, Martel won this scene to me. I know y'all don't like Martel. He's a dog ass, trifling ass nigga. He did Mel wrong. In this scene though, he outsmarted the Scotts. even though he wants them to, you know, their marriage to fail, Tisha ended up leaving or whatever, but he showed Tisha that, hey, maybe your husband wants you to get embarrassed, because when you had the opportunity to leave this scene, Marsau told you to stay. He wanted you to stay. He wanted you to hear this shit. He wanted this shit on camera. Whatever ignorant ass shit Martel said, which Martel proceeded to say about, hey, we didn't fuck girls behind each other, which we already knew that from the field day. But Martel doubled down on, yeah, we didn't have girls. He had a girl behind me. I tried to, you know what I'm saying, keep it cute or whatever, yada, yada, yada. Tisha knows this, but Tisha don't want to have to make a decision and face the facts about this. This was crazy, y'all. This was crazy. So when I saw the preview, at the end, so Martel gets mad, you know what I'm saying? And at the end, we see, of course, the infamous scene where Marsau stand up and was like, I'm better than you. I'm better than you in every aspect of the life, you know, da 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 da. That's a great story, Marsau. But does Marsau really want to leave Tisha? Because we know that they were contemplating divorce. So I don't know if when this film was seen, when this scene was filmed, whether they were together or not. Was this after him thinking about wearing his wedding ring again, and he didn't want to wear his wedding ring again at the jewelry store? Remember, the jewelry store was after the field day. Marsau still didn't want to wear his wedding ring, which means he still didn't want the world to know that he unlocked and with Latisha. And then he wanted Latisha to stay to film Martel, you know, putting him on blast and potentially showing receipts. Because even at the field day, Martel threatened to show these receipts, but he didn't. I don't know, y'all. This made me see it in a whole different way. It's giving maybe Marsau is just staying there for the kids. Like Latisha said, she said, we've stayed here for the kids multiple times. And it's alleged that Marsau married her because she was 5 months pregnant. So what Martel said about Marsau, he is over it and Marsau is ready to leave this marriage, it's given that. I know men personally, like as best friends, not men that I was sexually involved with or whatever, who have stayed with their families for the kids. I don't know, y'all. Excuse me. I don't know, but this is crazy. So Marsau and Martel get into it. Tisha eventually leaves or whatever. They get into it. He talk about how Marsau keep pushing his buttons and shit. He already know they done fucked mad hoes together. They done got They done came to Dallas, got girls off of Harry Hines. They done went Atlanta, went to DG's, not DG's. What's They done went to all of the strip clubs in Atlanta and shit. So he already know what time it is. Like they been hanging out with Mendices and Kirk Frost and Jasmine, them homegirls. I don't know, y'all. Tell me what y'all thought about this scene. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So initially, I thought that Marsau was one-upping Martel with the whole, you always wanted to be me. You used to be on top of the world and now you down. Martel, that just lets you know Marsau was never your friend. Because he thought at that time that you was on top of the world and he wanted to bring you down. You need to focus on bald head, dirty ass, big hips, sir hip a lot ass friends like this. This nigga always wanted to bring you down. Which, Martel, this is just your karma for doing your wife wrong. And your wife told you this because Mel told you about these hoe ass niggas, but you didn't listen to her. Season 2, Mel came back. Like, even on season 1 during the reunion, Mel came back like, no, they hate to see when we enforce. Mel said this to him. She said, they hate to see when we are forced and when we together. And she was trying to school him about his friends, but he didn't listen. And now it's coming full circle. I hope Mel is snickling and giggling. Mel, I hope you snickling and giggling, friend. Because it's coming full circle that they did all along. He just wanted your spot. Marsau just wanted your spot. And Tisha, you such a dumb Dora. You such a dumb Dora, poo-poo. And I apologize. Shout out to Tisha for her weight loss, because she looking good. She is looking good, friend. So the moral of the story is, you is dumb. You're dumb as a motherfucker, but you looking good, you know. So hopefully it'll, you know, a light bulb will pop in on your head, and then you'll leave Marsau and get with a man that actually fuck with you. Destiny is throwing her 39th Madonni thing. She's trying to redesign a storage unit. What are we talking about, child? I don't know. But at the end or whatever, also I forgot about this. So Destiny speaks with Miss Nell about her planning her anniversary party. Not her anniversary party, but her bachelorette party. Which, Miss Nell, you a fake ass bitch. So whatever energy Mel decides to give you, bitch, you deserve. But Miss Nell is basically telling her in so many words, bitch, why you ain't invite Sonny? Because I fuck with Sonny, even though she took your man allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I still fuck with her. Destiny gonna say, oh well, that just shows me who you are, and I only fuck. First of all, Destiny, how you gonna be mad at Miss Nell when you was a fake ass friend to Melody this whole time? But you expected Miss Nell to be loyal to you. First of all, Miss Nell not even loyal to Melody when Melody been her friend for that long. What made you think that she would be loyal to you? And you ain't even known her as long as you knew Melody. Girl, I hope everybody who did Melody wrong perish at this point. Because all of y'all fake. It's giving a den of snakes. It's giving a den of snakes. Destiny snaked Melody. Then she expect Nell to be loyal to her. Bitch, you a fool. Nell, you snaking Melody, and you got her ops, Destiny, doing your damn bachelorette party. So ain't shit gonna come for you, bitch. Martell, you snaked Melody in the worst way, and now your so-called friends that you thought had your back is now burying you and telling you that they better than you. Marsau, you tried to snake Martell and basically take him out of his spot, but low-key, Marsau is the only one winning because he's trying to use Martell to get Tisha to leave him. Tisha, you the only stupid bitch who don't realize that Marsau, the man that you sleeping with every night, is really your snake. And Destiny is a snake-ass friend to you. Kimmy, your hoe ass, you so busy trying to protect Maurice and looking like a damn fool out in these streets that you don't realize that you sleeping with a snake as well. I don't know, y'all. This crazy. This is a Huntsville horror story, right, friend? Exactly, girl. I don't know. Anyway, so in the next episode, what's gonna happen in the next? Also, Tisha gonna say, hold on. This was a big thing about the Marsau and Martel argument. Tisha gonna say, you wish you had a wife like me, talking to Martel. And Martel was like, yes, everybody wish they had a wife like you that's going to accept your man cheating. And this is another reason why I feel like Martel won that. Because we've been saying this whole time. You mad at Mel because Mel wouldn't put up with that. So Tisha, you just a bitch. You just a weak bitch who's putting up with your husband cheating on you because of all of the other perks. And Martel is trying to put you on Front Street and make you own that. Like, now that you was talking all of that shit, bitch, I'm going to make you own the fact that you know your husband cheating on you, and you are that type of weak-ass bitch that'll accept that. So he poking her, and Marsau talking about, hey, I'm the better man. He's saying, oh, because you got a woman that's going to accept you cheating on you? I don't know, y'all. Michelangelo, Donatello, and Theodore, whoever, Master Splinter, whoever in the Ninja Turtles, the head Ninja Turtle, Martel Holt, he won this. He won this for me. He checked the dog shit out of Marsau and clocked Tisha. Tisha, it's on you now, Pooh. Are you gonna be a dumb bitch? Or are you that wife that's gonna accept everything? Because that's what it's giving. That's what I knew a long time ago. But now Martel is putting you in the hot seat. Ooh, it's getting sticky. It's getting sticky. It's getting sticky. It's getting sticky on Love and Marriage Huntsville, child. I don't know, girl. So on the next episode, what else? Okay, so Nell and Trish meet with each other. Nell want to get to the bottom of Trish and the whole Chris Fletcher thing, but Nell, it ain't no point in doing that. What you trying to find out? If your husband a fake ass nigga? Because it ain't like you on Team Nell. We already know that because you hired Destiny to plan your bachelorette party. I guess we get to Ken and Will, and he talking about the whole Trish thing. The big thing is Trish and Mel. I told y'all in my last video or whatever, they gonna talk about who messy and shady, and I think that Trish whole energy is because she mad that Marquez like Melody. Exactly. You mad because Marquez like Melody and Martel still in love with Mel. So everybody that you want to give 1,000 pounds of cat to like Melody. Aquarius, y'all gotta take this L. All Aquarius, come to the front of the stage. Y'all gotta take this L for these Scorpios. It is what it is. Anyway, y'all, tell me what y'all thought about this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I thought it was pretty good. Tell me if y'all think Chris Fletcher is a lying ass mother. Is Kimmy trying to deflect? Did Marsau or Martel eat this episode? Who ate this episode? Was it Martel or was it Marsau? Initially, when I saw the clip, I thought Marsau ate. Now I feel like Martel ate. Tisha, everybody playing in your face, ho. Everybody is playing in your face. Or you gonna be a dumb bitch that accept your man cheating, or you gonna step up to the plate and try to be a real woman? From Bessemer in the Buick. In the back seat. I don't know. I don't know, friends. Make sure y'all comment, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all know I try to reply to all of my comments, but y'all know I'm trying to get to 20,000, so help your friend out. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna talk to y'all tomorrow because we probably will do an after show. We're gonna do a Love and Marriage Huntsville after show after I watch the episode a few times. Okay. Bye.